Tēnā koutou katoa namahi noi, which means hello and welcome. Welcome everybody to this channel, Manifestors Unite. I am Carmelle Riley. I am your host from Aotearoa, New Zealand, and I am going to be speaking to you in this video about how to use the galaxy spiral codes. Because what if your birthday was on one of the galaxy's hidden codes? Yep, stick around to the end and you'll find out what all of them are and in which months they are, and if they're on your birthday. There's 10 of them, and I'm going to be talking to you about what this means, what it means to have the golden quintile, which marks you as a carrier of spiral light, and what if you could actually use these spirals with practical tools, with a basic practice every day that would help you to manifest with the entire power of the cosmos. We're going to get into that soon. This channel is for Starseeds. This channel is for spiritual seekers. This channel is for anyone who is into meditation and claiming the power of the ancestors, because as Māori, and Māori are the indigenous peoples of Aotearoa, New Zealand, as Māori, what we encourage is the claiming of whakapapa, and that is the lineage of the ancestors. And particularly, we are also very interested in the journey of the self, the journey of your family, the journey of your wider tribe, and particularly in this life. So for us, we are connected to everything in the universe, and that includes the huge body of stars, called Te Ikaroa, or the Milky Way. And at the heart of the Milky Way is no black hole. It's a beautiful golden heart. It is a ground of many ancestor stars. So we're going to be covering that a little bit. If you're interested in this, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel, because then you're going to get news of what is dropping. And if you want to go deeper with a membership, there are special videos in there, meditations particularly, and other guiding information for those of you who want to delve deep into what it means to be a starseed. And when I talk about being a starseed, I don't mean in a cliche way, but I mean about claiming the greater part of you that aligns with the galaxy. Okay, so if you didn't know, our galaxy is a barred spiral galaxy, and I personally have learned so much about the shape and the wave of our galaxy through the European Space Agency's Gaia telescope, which has basically spun around the Earth for quite a few decades and taken 3 trillion photos. These are called parallaxes, and they have shown us through modeling, some clever people doing the modeling, some clever astronomers and astrophysicists doing the modeling, how our galaxy moves. And it is quite incredible. But one of the key facets of our galaxy is that it is a spiral, and that's what we're going to get into in this video. We're going to get into the spiral codes and how these actually open on a few particular days here on Earth. Okay, so you may not know, but our Earth orbits the sun, and our sun orbits the galactic center. And at the heart of the galactic center is that, you can see it over there, that golden heart, Te Ikaroa, or the galactic center, which is 27 degrees of Sagittarius. And it's a great big spiraling motion. And so that spiral is inherent to absolutely everything in our galaxy, to all of the planets that are orbiting on the axis, and we can find it all around us. There are some amazing examples, from the sperm that created you through to shells, ferns in your DNA, and even when you were trying coffee and your cream in your coffee, even when you're twirling cream in your coffee. So spirals are the organizing principle of creation. And if you get into the mathematics of these, you'll find some pretty divine proportions, also known as the golden ratio, or the golden mean, or the Fibonacci sequence. Okay, second point. So there are galactic waypoints, and these are the points of the golden spiral. And this just means that it's a more perfect representation of the galaxy itself. So that those spiraling arms in that diagram you see over here, that is represented by these waypoints. There's 10 of them, and in the 360-degree cycle, which we know as astrology, they are 36 degrees apart. These are actual practical days of greater harmony, of greater resonance. Think the perfect sunrise or the perfect sunset. And so if your birthday falls on one of these dates, you're actually a golden spiral holder. Okay, let's get into the actual birthdays. So you can see above me Te Ikaroa, that way, Te Ikaroa, 27 degrees of Sagittarius. So if you're born on between December 18 to 20, then you have those spiral codes of Te Ikaroa, and I'm going to get into what this means in a little bit below. Or if you are born on June the 17th to the 19th, down below you have the Gemini. Now remember, with every axis, and our Earth spins on an axis, and every planet spins on an axis, and every star spins on an axis, and the galaxy spins around on a very big and slow axis. What you have is one point at the top and the bottom, and one point at the top and 1 point at the bottom, and there is the axis there, and it's spinning around like that. So the Earth spin is about 26,000 years. Isn't that cool? Between the north and the south point. So Te Ikaroa is the north point, and Gemini Te Ikaroa is the south point, or vice versa if you're in the south, because our seasons are reversed. But it does not matter. What it means is that Te Ikaroa, the galactic center power, will be spiraling through. So these people are very power manifestors, and I'm going to get into each spiral down below. Okay, we're going to move along to the next spiral, which is the happiness spiral. And you can see this in the diagram over here. Oh, gosh, my pointing is not so good. Back to front. So if you are born with your sun in Leo between the July 24th to the 26th, you have the joyful, playful Leo version of that happiness spiral. And down here is, I've got the other way around. This is Aquarius up here, and this is Leo down here. So if you have Aquarius up here, that is the birthdays between January 24 and January 26. And Leo is down here, and that is the happiness accent. So this is both happiness in self and play, Leo, and happiness in the collective and in consciousness. So the 11th house, we know Aquarians are very lucky. They have lots of friends, and that is the spiral that aligns with that galactic power. Okay, moving on to one of my favorite spirals, and that is the Wairua spiral. Now, Wairua means the flow, the integration of the non-physical and the physical, the spiritual and the physical. So this is the realms of, let's start first with, that way, with Pisces, about 9 degrees. So if you have a birthday between February 29th and March the 2nd, then you have the natural flow of spirituality that you earth into the sign of Virgo. So that is the Wairua spiral. And the Virgo birthdays are August the 29th until it's actually about the 1st or 2nd of September. So basically, when I'm recording this, which is the 2nd of September, you fall within that window. And this means that you can spiral through those themes of divinity, of the subconscious mind, of creativity, Pisces, with the application, precision, duty, and goodness in the day. Earth, ground in the day. Virgo, with reversals for Aotearoa again, because Virgo in Aotearoa, New Zealand, is just as much Pisces as they are Virgo, because we are opposite seasons to the rest of the world. I know it's confusing, and I'm going to go into it in another video, but sticking with the spirals here. Okay, we're getting into the last spiral, and that is the Aiel spiral. And Aiel is the integration of the masculine and the feminine and the child, otherwise known as peace. Aiel, whakaaiel, is the practice of peace. And I need to add here that there is nothing greater in the world than the claiming of peace. And there's a very good reason for that. Because of that orbit of our sun and our solar system around the galactic center, which takes around 225 to 250 million. So it's so slow. Peace is threaded into the universe. I mean, love too, love, but love comes through peace. And the slower you go, the faster you get to your destination. And that is because of that great receptive energy that is a divine principle of this galaxy. If it can go slow, then so can we. And the IL spiral with birthdays for Aries, for April the 1st to the 7th, about, or for Libra, which is the relationship or the relationship sign, October 5 to 7. So we're coming into that spiral. We're coming quite close to it. And actually, I've got one more spiral to go. And again, another favorite spiral, which will be triggering in November, and that's the legacy spiral. And you can see the legacy spiral that is down there. There we go, in Taurus. So that's the bottom end or the south end, May 12 to 14. And this is the attraction part of, or the attraction signs of the universe, with up above the other way, Scorpio, and the dates, golden biquintile galactic waypoints, those stargates, and Scorpio, the healing and transformation sign, November the 12th to 14th. So we're going to be coming up into that. And remembering in the south, Scorpios are just as much Taurus as they are Scorpio, and vice versa for us. Okay, right, we've covered a lot, but we're going to go deeper. The point of me recording this information, and it's really new, like there are no galactic astrologers who are really talking about how to use the spirals and the importance of them, and particularly how to manifest with them, because that's what I'm all about. I'm all about helping you to manifest your best life. So let's get into the five, the energies that you can bring about using these spirals. So again, make sure you find out when your birthday is. I'm going to post a wee link below so that you can actually get the diagram which has the birth dates on it, and you can double check, because if you are one of these golden biquintiles, you actually have a purpose to be more golden. Well, and you are more golden than the rest of us, and we're going to go into this in a little bit more detail about how the rest of us can hijack the energy. But if you're a golden biquintile, it's your duty to carry the galactic light for the rest of us and to help us. Okay, so with these 5 fusion spirals, and the other thing about these is, even if you don't have the spiral yourself, you can step into this energy by focusing your attention and your good vibes and your love and your dancing spirals, your meditation on the days that I told you. So we'll just quickly flash into these so you can see them. Here we go here. Can you see these dates here? There they are again. Take a screenshot, note them down, and we want you to be aware of these dates, particularly for your birthday, if your birthday falls on these dates. Right then, how do we use these? So the Te Ikaroa spiral, which is the energy of Sagittarius and Gemini, is all about belief. Sagittarius and Gemini is your thoughts, focusing your thoughts. So with this spiral, and to come into this energy of manifesting, using your thoughts and using your feelings, you'll be wanting to journal, you'll be wanting to visualize, make mind movies, teach, write, or share with others, and really step into those doorways of middle of June and the middle of December. December is actually, well, particularly that period in Sagittarius, is all about super manifesting. So it's about up leveling and using love and the unlimited power of happiness, which is your natural state, to manifest with. Okay, so the legacy spiral, which is Scorpio and Taurus, is all about healing, transformation, Scorpio, and Taurus, which is attraction. What you should know about Taurus is actually the period of the year when all of nature conspires. Think the birds and the bees and the procreation. It's all about fertility, Taurus. Earth sign, but it's all, the whole of nature conspires with Taurus to grow good food, to feed us. This was how astrology basically started out its life. It was the seasons, and it still is relevant to those seasons and the metaphorical seasons. So that's why Taurus is associated with money. So here you'll be wanting to use these themes of healing, release intergenerational trauma, compost your patterns, your negativity, your stuck bodiness, and literally just flutter it away like the autumn leaves. Remember, a spiral dance is very good with any of these spirals, but particularly with the Scorpio and Taurus energy, because you want to really get your body into it and really use the power of nature. Take your shoes off and be barefoot in nature. So use rituals as well. Rituals around your eating, rituals around your prayer, use music and seal in that transformation. The third spiral, and one of my personal faves because I'm really so interested in spirituality and its good place, the spiritfulness of oneself and how we can bring this into the day. So Wairua, spirituality is Pisces and Virgo is the day. Detail your day, plan your day. Here are some manifesting practices that can help you. You want sacred earth routines. Anything that uses the sun or the other celestials, bare feet on the whenua, on the ground, practicing surrender. Pisces is all about surrendering and receptiveness and going with the flow, allowing what you have created in your life to be a joy and a beauty for you. Use it. Cleanse away the energies of other people that are in your field. Cleanse your auric field and channel your creativity into healing service for others. That's very Virgo. Virgo is all about service and being of service to others. So that's how you use Wairua. And just remembering Wairua means the flow of the physical and the non-physical. And that's really important to this spiral. We want to really feel that spiritualness. And particularly if you're a starseed, just claim it. Come out of the spiritual closet. Come out on the day low. If you're a Leo like me, the happiness spiral is very important to you. The themes here for Leo and Aquarius in the spiral play are joyful play, okay? Skip around the room, skip around the stage, be romantic. You Leos need lovers for sure. Get yourself as many lovers as you can. And Aquarius need friends. They are the conscious collective. They're also the smart ones. They're going to tell you the science. They're going to know the tech. They rule the digital realm. Uranus is the higher octave of communication. So all things that are networked. Think associations, think groups, think communities, and you have Aquarius. And the idea with this is collective joy. Let's have some fun, people. Let's lighten the load. It's so much easier when we're happy. So here are some practices. Lots and lots of fire dances. Lots and lots of rain dances. Sharing your light and getting out and using joy. Anything that makes you joyful is a great fuel for this spiral. And remember, don't forget to actually spiral. And the last but not the least spiral is the Aiol spiral. And that is the dance, the fusion of Aries, which is all about independent vision. It's all about initiation. It's all about a little bit of impulsivity, and it's about your own special character. And then balancing that with your higher self, which shows up in relationships, which is Libra. So this is about taking action, taking that step, and Aries, and about balance and integration and fusing the opposites, Libra. So notice polarity. Become an active listener. Seek to integrate and pause. Real key, the power, the most radical power we have. The most radical power we have is peace. Peace in the moment, peace around us, peace in our surroundings, receiving peace. Oh my God. So good. And here, breath work is one of the best practices. Somatic movement and breath work, people. So here you will see the most important thing is that spirals matter for manifesting. Spirals are about fusion. They're about the integration. They're about movement, walking them in, aligning them, going with the galactic spiral movement. Why do you think the Sophie dances are so wonderful to us? Like a spinning top, integrate the opposites. Easy for us in the South because we naturally have the opposites because we're opposite seasons. So if we're following astrology, we're both the sign and the opposite. And remember, look around you in nature. Everywhere the spiral galaxy is represented, and we want to use it. So I hope you like this video, and we've covered a lot. We've covered a lot about the actual dates. We've covered a lot of manifesting tips, and we've covered about the most important point, which is to fuse the balance and to fuse each of the spirals. Just summarizing for you again, we've got Te Ikaroa, which is the galactic spiral, Sagittarius, Gemini. We've got the legacy spiral, which is Scorpio and Taurus signs, and that is all about transformation and attraction. We have the Wairua spiral, my personal favorite, which is Pisces and Virgo, surrender and service. The happiness spiral, which is for Leo and Aquarians, and that is joyful play and conscious community in play. And we have the Ao spiral, whakaao, being peace. And that is your vision and taking the right action. So check if your birthday is one of those golden biquintile dates. And if it is, yay, you're coded into a spiral mission. But if it isn't, sadly, I'm also one of those. I'm at the end of Leo, not at the beginning. Don't worry, we're all spiral beings. The galaxy has already manifested its way through us by bringing us into this beautiful and precious life. So my invitation to you is simple. Step into the rhythm of the spirals. Spiral out and walk and dance and play and sing and smell the codes, and let spiraling manifest you into whatever makes your heart sing. Thank you for listening, my friend.